You might get an answer.
Might. If we're not arguing about it first.
Right, let's go to the other one here. Let's clear that course. That just leaves. Now we're just doing a tour of DJ's farm. Here we go, we've got a bit of concrete, some vehicles and a farmhouse. Yep. Hope you enjoyed the tour.
Sure. Currently on field 71 doing some grass.
I'd say he's doing better than me, he's got concrete.
Yeah, I got concrete. And a lot of concrete.
Hey, big spender.
I didn't spend a dime actually, thank you very much. And they spend it on the land.
Welcome to Air Patrio.
Has Air Patrio just run out of money?
I'll give this a bit of a wash. Put it away, might even fill it up. I'm feeling like generous. I might give you a bit of some food tonight there, fertilised to tank, whatever you are, spreader. You did a good day's work, so we'll give you some nourishment. I need to check the map and see what growth state my field's on. Because I know I mowed it last week, but which was it, the day before in-game day, actually. Sorry, the end date, I don't know. I'll get there eventually, don't worry about it, don't panic. Not having a stroke yet.
Your grass is still on purple. So basically freshly harvested.
Oh, I must have mowed it today. What is it actually in-game time? It's
A good question.
10 to 4. In-game, yeah.
I was going to confuse me on the other part. Yeah. Smudolini's House of Horrors.
House of Horrors?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Farm of Horrors.
My Farm of Horrors. I feel it is perfectly organized, actually.
Because we're horrified every time we pass it, of the example of how far behind we are in this competition.
Pretty much.
Are you guys just letting me win, so?
Yeah, not letting you win, we're just being poor losers, really.
Nah, you guys letting me win, rigging the wheel in my favor and stuff.
No, that's JJ's fault, that wheel thing.
Speak for yourself, poor losers. I've got a little bit of money. Middle income loser, that's what I am. The competition ain't over yet.
I just make poor game decisions, that's all.
I'm just taking the opportunity to give him a little bit of crap at his expense for being efficient and brilliant so far.
Total.
And giving him a false sense of security that I'm actually upset and have given up, when in fact that's exactly what I've done, but I'm not going to admit it, so there's always going to be the air of maybe he's not. Holy heck, I've just realised I mean, the start of this in-game day, we had a lot of contracts, right?
Yep.
We cut through them like knife through bar, like semi.
Well, I mean,
oh, for
maybe-
crying out loud. Oh, now I've
What?
stuffed that up. Oh, it did its turn thing again when I told it not, I didn't tell it to. There we go, let's try this again. I think I know why it does that, by the way. Why it does its turn, and I figured it out thanks to the trucking sim games. So basically I've got the reset button for the lines, the yellow lines, set to my down button on the D-pad on the steering wheel. Right. And I've got the change it whether it'll turn automatically or turn off cruise control on set to the right arrow on that. And on trucking sim I've got, what have I got? That's, well, the beacon, I know the beacons are set to the left. I'm trying to remember what I use it quite a bit for the down arrow. Oh, now the down arrow is for me to go through the ranges and the gears. So every time I go through a range in the gear and press that button, every now and then I look out and my beacon's on, and I haven't turned the beacons on. So I think it's just because I hit it slightly on a diagonal that it uses both buttons up. Seems, you know, it thinks I've pressed both of those buttons, and I think that's the reason why. On occasions when I put this GPS on and it will turn automatically and it's on that setting, because I've accidentally, even though I've just thought I've reset the lines, I've also at the same time accidentally changed the setting to turn at the end of the road.
That's kind of weird.
Well, the thing is, I've got to do it by feeling because my microphone's in the way, so I feel the D-pad and I go, okay, that's got to be it. But sometimes because I'm trying to concentrate on other things or do it quickly, yeah, I think it's because it's the diagonal, because I've got nothing set for a diagonal, so it's probably going, oh well, maybe it's two things he wants done at once. Possibly. Right, that's another contract done. Rubber banding again. I saw an interesting thing on YouTube this week which sort of explains the mindset of certain generations. It was a great social experiment at the cost of someone's channel.
Oh, wow.
Because he really didn't think of this. There's a guy on YouTube, right, that he's become a big fan of New Zealand. And he's quite happy to, when he sees videos on New Zealand, about New Zealand movies or places in New Zealand, and compares them to Australia, and he just, you know, says, oh yeah, New Zealand's really, really gorgeous, Australia's a load of garbage. So, I like him. Joking. He did a April Fool's joke this week. He put out a video saying that he didn't like New Zealand, he thought it really ripped into the culture and everything like that. And it was an idea given to him from one of his viewers, and he thought, yeah, it's a great idea. So he did it really, really well. So you can imagine the amount of hate comments in his section. Now, at the end of the video, he did say it was an April Fool's joke. He made sure it came out. He posted it on the 29th of March for him at the time, but it was the 1st of April for us. So he did it so it would come out on the 1st of April, April Fool's. And it was just really interesting. I saw it and I had a watch of it and saw it, and then I realised what the day was. And then I started reading all the comments and stuff and watched to the end, and because he said it was just joking, it's April Fools and all that, but it just shows that people will not follow through. They get something in their head, take it in their head, get their idea on it, and just
Mix it up.
go for it, you know? And see, when I was at school, they taught you to make sure. We had a test to make sure that you followed through first before you made a decision. There was a test where it told you to read these instructions first before you do them. And there's about 20 instructions on it. So people started reading it and doing the instructions as they go. And the very last instruction was, ignore all the instructions except for number 1. And number 1 was, write your name at the top of the page. Don't they teach that anymore?
No.
I don't think they do, eh? It's people need, you know, forgotten how to think. They just instantly, you know. It just there were some people that got it, that laughed and all that, and there's just some people who got really upset. Oh, 15 seconds in, I'm really upset, unsubscribe, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Don't take things at face value at first thing, you know. It's just... But I mean, it just showed me. It's just the mentality these days. It's a certain generation. You can tell. You probably could tell the generation gap of his viewers. There'll be that generation, the sort of slightly older generation, that actually watched it all the way through to find out exactly what's going on to get the whole information. Then you got the younger generation that all just got upset instantly because it was a good way to get upset and anger and put their 2 cents worth in about things. You know, a bandwagon to jump on. It was just really funny to watch. Though he got a lot of people that unsubscribed, you know. But I mean, it's just the way it is on the internet, isn't it? People have forgotten how to take a joke, how to take things, you know, don't get upset about it. One person's opinion has no influence over your life unless you allow it to. So...
Yep.
I think so far under the usual, you know, companies doing their various April Fool's jokes for bits and pieces. One that made me laugh was Lockpicking Lawyer's April Fool's video this year. 10 out of 10.
I didn't see any. I mean, that was the only one, and the other one that Sweeto pasted and thinking Discord was being shut down.
I would think that.
Well, he didn't realise it was April 1st, that's why I didn't cotton onto it.
Of course not.
Right. Couldn't possibly be because I was trying to mess with you guys.
Yeah, it didn't really work, did it?
Could have. Well, some of the people were in there going, it was just me that said it. But then again, the way you wrote back to me, I actually thought, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you were messing. Actually, that's what I thought you were doing it the first time. And then you messaged me back and the way you said it. It's like, oh, okay. Maybe you didn't realise. I mean, that would be big news. If Discord was shut down, that would be big news. That'll be up every internet page you open up. That'll be up there.
I'll be online as tech tips before you know it.
You know? Because it's that kind of news.
Relevant. Everyone professional uses Zoom.
No, yeah, I think a lot of people prefer Discord, but it's just because the companies use Zoom because they get a special thing or whatever what they do.
Yeah, it's like you know, corporations introducing Microsoft Teams. I'm like, just put Discord on, it's better.
Way better. I know a lot of people, a lot of businesses use it. They preferred it. They got rid of Skype when Skype was around. Well, still is, but obviously when Skype was used, they all got rid of Skype and went to Discord, but it's just the way they advertise it. It's a narrative, isn't it? And I can't believe, I seriously can't, I know this is a channel we're not doing news and all that kind of stuff, and well, trying to get away from it all, but I think it has to be said. We've got to as a world and as a nation, we need to seriously look at ourselves. If everyone's still talking about the Will Smith thing, there's people dying in the Ukraine. There's people dying from a pandemic, and you're worried about someone slapping someone else, throwing a tantrum. As big news, a slap heard around the world. The rest of the world couldn't give a hoot, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's drama, and I think most people in America couldn't get a hoot anyway. It's just dramatised by the news and all that. They just because they've got
It's a
nothing else to talk about.
distraction.
I think what everyone else is saying as well that they were surprised that they were on. You know, the celebrities knew about it, but no one else knew about it. That they were
I was scared.
It's just something to talk about again, but I mean, we've seriously got to think about what we've got to talk about and make a major issue. It's not a major issue. It's a dumb move by a dumb person. It happens all the time, all around the world. It just happened to be caught on TV. But it happens all the time. Just move on with it. He deals with it. He gets whatever it is. It's none of our business. There's more important problems and things that we should be concerned about. That's what I'm going to say. And it's just, just in case you haven't noticed, so just getting a bit annoyed with the way the world's getting these days. I mean, it gets soapbox like I'm any better, but still, you know, I prefer to be pointed out when I'm in the wrong so I can do it right, and sometimes I do, but still, there's just one thing I never, you know, there's more important things to be upset about in life, and more important in life, and we've got to stop making things important that aren't. That's my belief. Anyway, but let's get on. That's all. Just thought I'd say that. You can love me, you can hate me, you can agree with me, you can don't. That's totally up to you. I could be right, I could be wrong, who knows? But unless you say something, you can't think about it. Right. There's one contract left. Who wants it?
I'm busy with it. Busy with other things. You can have it.
I don't want
We
it.
still have contracts, so.
I don't want it at all.
What is it?
Spraying.
Spraying. I haven't got the tool for it. Too lazy to borrow one.
It's just too much of a trip for that amount of money to.
What field is it on?
27.
Yeah, no. Just trying to make my thing easier so I can taking 2 trips from.
Anyone else?
Nope, you can.
Already took it.
You already
If you
taking
keep
it?
bitching about it.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm ready to sleep. Who's ready to sleep?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
Denied.
All right, let's take a look at. Oh, you know what I can do is I can pay off some. You know, I can do some little bit of housework on the old channel here. Let's start off with this. For people who are new here, this is what's going on. Things. Those things.
Soft
In
drinks,
chat.
Yeah.
That's the competition that's going on between the 4 of us at the moment. I say competition, it's a one horse race really, and that horse happens to be Smudo.
Oh yeah, he's already around the second corner. Still on the first corner.
No, he's through the finishing line and back in the stall getting fed his oats. Let's replay some of this. 175,000 to go. I can then start saving up and buy more land and buildings and things. What else is going on here? In fact, if I just mowed the lawns in this in-game day, this should be full.
83%. Yes, Giants. I know it's already at 83%. Thank you.
Although slightly on the topic of people reading things properly or reading through things properly, sometimes I wish recruiting agencies would do that. Hey, we got this position, requires 2 years experience on a water picking forklift. If you read my resume, I've only got 1 year experience. Does that matter?
Nah, it shouldn't matter.
Probably not. The other one was the going on about this, that hours, pay rate, yada yada yada. I'm like, that's cool. What sort of materials will I be working with? Because I am not working in a refrigerated environment.
I mean, I had something similar to that actually. Job agency goes, oh, you know, you want to work at Be Cool and next door to Amazon, like, you know, working in refrigerator. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll try that. I haven't heard from him, even though there was meant to be an email coming through saying what I have and whatnot. Yeah, like just general questions, like I've been third vaxxed, all this sort of stuff, and it's like,
Like an onboarding survey questionnaire thing.
yeah, exactly. One, I haven't heard from anything in 3 weeks, and that was 4 weeks ago that I started wanting to go to it, and now it's like I'm not even bothered anymore. It's like, what's the point in it now?
No, the other one's been killing me lately is a lot of them are screaming for employees. Yeah, that's great. For an immediate start, yeah, I'm currently gainfully employed, so unless I ghost them, I'm going to need some leeway to put in my resignation and swap jobs. But they need someone now! So I was like, okay, so what if I quit my job and then start hunting, but then I'm out of a job until I can pick something up, so, you know, potato, potato.
Yeah, they ask for people to start now, but it's like you need minimum of 3 years work experience. You need minimum of what, 20 hours done or something on a forklift or something. I don't even have a forklift license. Like, it's even hard to get one nowadays.
Really?
Hmm.
Because, I mean, I don't know about your side, but for our side, you either get the, what is it, the 2-day I've never touched a forklift before course, or the 1-day I'm just here to renew or I know what I'm doing course. I took the 1 day when I only experience was with a reach truck.
Yep.
So of course the steering was all backwards. I had to drive the thing like a car doing push-pull because I couldn't do one hand on the steering knob.
Yep.
Still managed to pass. I'm like, okay, righto.
Alright.
Well, see here, when I got my forklift, this is how I ended up getting my forklift license. Got a job working at a timber yard. You're going to need to get a forklift license. Okay, here's the forklift. Keep do your job and we'll eventually send you off to do your forklift license. Okay, fine. Just if anyone turns up like the police and all that, just jump out of the forklift quickly and pretend like you're never in it. Cool. Right, no, here's your forklift course, right? Go there, spend 2 hours, they talk about things, give you a bit of a book to read and ask you some questions, watch a video, and then give you like a 20-question test, and then you answer those, and you go, yep, oh, that's fine, you pass that. Now what you got to do is go into this forklift. Yeah, good. Yeah, pick up that box. Okay, put it on that shelf. Yep, great, you passed. Here's your forklift license. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, well, the part that got me is I'm like, okay, so I should have taken the proper 2-day, because I've used electric forklifts. Only time I've ever touched a LPG forklift was literally for the test, even since getting my license. But so I've never changed a gas bottle.
No, don't even bother with that, mate. You got a forklift license, you can drive whatever, anything is called a forklift. That's it. Though, the kicker is, if you wanted to put your forklift license actually onto your actual driver's license, that costs you $80. To put for them to put a number, not a number, a letter onto your license, $80.
Yeah, for us, it's 2 different governing bodies deal with the driver's road licenses and what they call the high-risk work license.
Yeah.
Right.
You need to have the car beside the driver's license, just in case.
Who's ready to sleep?
No.
Still gonna go no, because some fertilizing contracts keep popping up.
Oh, do they?
Yep. I've completed 71, but I've still got bloody bales on the field.
Oh, hang on, which one am I? Oh, no, wrong one. I want the smaller one. No, that is the smaller one.
3 trips of 28 on a 28 bales on a trailer. Yeah, that'll do it.
Holy moly, that cost me $16,000 to put that shed and landscape.
Yep. Shit's expensive.
It's overpriced, man.
Shit is.
Well, you had to bring in the professional gardener with his little, Italian designer trowel to make the weeds around the corner just so.
Hang on a second.
Bring in Hawaiian.
Why doesn't that... I didn't paint over this, but why does it look like I painted over this? Field.
Because you probably have, maybe?
No, because I did the other side of the road.
Okay.
But my field's not square or rectangular anymore, there's an angle on it. I've lost grass. I reckon I have. There's one way to find out, and if I have, that's going to be really get up my nose, I'll tell you that right now. Really going to annoy me. Field 28. Alright, you go off to field 28 then. Well, I'd check this out. I could absolutely...
How could I have planned this? I don't know. Got
Plans so cunning and divine that.
I had 30 bales on the field. 28 of them fitted on my trailer. The other 2 are a little bit bigger than normal.
If this costs me money to fix a mistake that the game's done, the game's fired. You can pack up his stuff and leave. Find a new job.
Okay, so we'll switch over to Mud Runner then.
Snow Runner?
Actually, Snow Runner was cheap. I should have got that. I don't know if it's still
Yeah,
is.
Snow Runner's really good. Even in multiplayer, it's really good. You can have your 3 other people doing contracts, and you just exploring the whole entire continent of that map.
Yeah, I think my qualm with it is snow.
You can have mud and snow. I made another friend of mine actually buy SnowRunner, and he hasn't stopped playing it since. I've stopped playing it, but he's probably on like the 5th map now. SnowRunner, and there's going to be a few more maps coming out soon as well.
This doesn't make any sense. Unless I really haven't paid attention, but the shape of this field.
Well,
What
it gets
the
to that
hell's
corner
going
and then
on
it just
here?
goes north-south perfectly from the corner. So basically, right at the kink of the road is where it's gone. Okay, we're following the distance from the road and switching to perfect north-south.
Yeah, I know, but from up here, up here, you would think that that would go straight, but it doesn't. It goes back to the right. Now, if I had painted over that ploughing, I would have got the ploughed texture then when I ploughed. But I didn't, which is interesting. But like I said, you'd think. Maybe they did, maybe I haven't paid attention. So there's the straight line. I would have thought. There's the edge, which I've now got to re-sew.
Did you find your issue, JJ, or no?
Aye?
Did you find your issue or no?
Yeah, the issue is I clearly don't pay attention, and this is a weird shaped field.
Okay.
For some
Oh,
reason.
nothing new then.
No, nothing new at all.
I'm just gonna make it slightly bigger, which means I'm gonna have to re-sew this. That little bit. All right. I'll let you have that one then, game. You can keep your job for now.
You already fired him though. You...
No, I said if.
Well, it's not really a two-way street of employer versus employee. It's more like a revolving door of employment.
Have I got... I don't think I've got fertiliser in this thing either. No. Let's reverse back straight. Reverse straight. I don't, and I better make sure, because you know what I'm like. If I don't change the crop now, yeah, I'll end up with grass and sorghum all in one field.
Okay, 71's done.
Now I've got to see what my other trick that he's hit.
Just gained $55,000. Yeah.
Plus whatever overhang you got.
I'm keeping the 30 bales that I got.
I was selling them
Close 10.
at best price or for
Huh?
cows. You plan on doing cows?
Yeah, I plan on doing cows, so I'll keep.
Oh.
I'll keep the 2 bales.
Yeah, that's why I kept the overhang bales from the straw from the hay contracts.
Yeah.
It did it again. It turned on its own again. I've got to keep an eye on that.
Because I got sugar beet in the grain mill as well.
Yeah, all three of us are really next to each other.
I'm not.
Sugar beet doesn't go to the grain mill. Sugar beet goes to the sugar mill, but there isn't one on this map.
That goes wherever they buy it.
Yeah, so it's in the grain mills or on the train line that's storing it there though. It's not doing anything there though. It's just sitting there.